Okay, yes, we are live. Right, so the same thing we did yesterday. We're going to start with lead code. I have a question in mind from I think the last contest which I couldn't solve. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Then if time permits, I'll do today's POTD and after that we'll be continuing with JavaScript. That that was really useful. The tutorial yesterday which I read, incredibly useful. Right, so I'll continuing that. So let's start. What's my hair so bad today? Okay. So the question I was talking about was, I think in this minimum time to complete deliveries, right? Yep. This question. I had a completely wrong approach while trying to solve this in the contest. I couldn't solve it, but I just have one hint. I haven't seen any solution or anything. I just have one hint is that we'll be going to use binary search in this. Now I'll have to make use of that tip, that the actual solution requires using binary search, which makes sense. Let me open Xcali. It makes sense. Okay, right. Okay, what the question was, we're giving two size 2 D1 and D2, two delivery drones are tasked with completing a specific number of deliveries. Drone I must complete DI deliveries. This is the number of deliveries and only one drone. Additionally, both drone requires recharging in specific intervals during which they cannot make deliveries. Drone must recharge it. And what was the limit? 10 raised to 9. That's crazy. Okay, and each delivery takes exactly 1 hour, and only one drone can make a delivery. So the first drone has to make 3 deliveries, second one, and first drone cannot make any delivery at any multiple of 2, right? That is, that is what this question is asking for. The first drone delivers at 135, recharges at 2 and 4. The second drone delivers at R2, recharges in R3. So why we want to use binary search here? Because it's monotonic. It's monotonic. If both drones can, man, it's in winters, it's so hard to type. If both drones can then complete complete deliveries in time t, then obviously can complete in t plus x time, right? So it's monotonic. Hmm. Obviously can lead. So what we want to do is we want to write a can complete function. We want to write a can complete function. This is going to take your. This is going to take your. It's going to take both, I think. Two drones, D1, D2, number of deliveries, and charging, charging breaks, charging breaks, and then we'll just. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So we'll be given a time t, right? Okay, so I think what we'll do here is can complete bool can complete it's going to take int d1. It's going to have d1 int sorry, it's going to take b1 int d2 int b2 and int t left. Okay, t left. So d1 equals to number of deliveries left for drone 1, right? b1 equals to charging interval for drone 1 and similarly for drone 2. Okay, what is your base condition? If t left equal to 0 and if t left equal to 0 and d1 equal to 0, and then okay, we'll write the condition as return d1 equal to 0 and d2 equal to 0. So this basically what will this do is, when we have no time left, then it will see, are both the deliveries done? Are both the deliveries done? If they are done, it's going to return true that we can complete. Makes sense. Not t left. But wait, you're not thinking about interval here. That's the point, bro. Current time int t limit. If current time is greater than time limit, yeah, we'll be checking if it is when it is greater than, right? If current time is greater than time limit, return d1. Makes sense. क्योंकि 5 सेकंड बोला है तो हम 5वें सेकंड पे भी तो डिलीवर कर सकते हैं ना. Output is 5. Return in total hours 1, 3 and 5. Now what you're going to do is check. Two cases banenge at any given moment. This is also one thing I learned during the contest, that we'll have to take cases for both the probable deliveries. If current time bool first d1 what we'll do is, if you can deliver d1 first, there's going to be case we can deliver either d1 or d2 or maybe both or maybe none. We'll have to handle all those. If current time, how do we check that is, if current time acha current time, look at my spelling, current time percentage b1 is not equal to 0, right? That's what it's asking, right? If it's not equal to 0, then bool deliver d1 equals to can complete d1 minus 1, b1 remains the same, d2 remains the same, b2 remains the same, and then current time plus 1 and the t limit remains the same. Okay, if deliver d1 equals to, if it is true, then we return true. We take an early exit. We do the same with current time percentage b2 is not equal to 0. Deliver d2 equal to can complete d1 b1 d2 minus 1 b2 current time plus 1 t limit. Bro, will we have to will we have to include dp in here? Hi dude, just completed my semester exam. What's up, bro? Time to grind. Yes, back to Leetcode again. How did your exams go, by the way? Bool deliver d2. If deliver d2, we return true. So this is going to be a, how will we memorize this? What? To memorize, we'll have d1, d2, and the current time. Okay, it's going to be a 3D memorization. That is why this is a question third, because not just it involves binary search, but I guess it's going to involve what do you call it? Of course, memorization, dynamic programming, minimum time to complete all deliveries. अगर इन दोनों से true नहीं आया, means we can't deliver any at current point. We can't deliver any at current point, so then we return can complete. D1 remains the same, B1 remains the same, D2 remains the same, B2 remains the same, current time plus 1, and then we get T limit remains the same. Because there can be a case, right? If the break intervals are 4 and 8, then at 32 you can't deliver any of those. Crazy good. Wow. Congrats, bro. Which college are you from? Have you done POTD? Bro, not yet. I'm solving this problem from a contest I couldn't solve. Increase. What is the POTD? I think I'll do it after this. Given a positive integer n indicating that we are initially. You're also giving a 2D integer array query I. I want to eliminate every element in the submatrix with top left corner and bottom right corner. That is row 1 column 1 row 2 column 2. Okay, so I get it. Matrix question. The queries are 0 0 and 1 1. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll try this after I complete this. I'll try this after I complete this. What about your JS? Yeah, I'll do 1 or 2 DSA questions. After that, I'll get on to JS. Bro, I just read yesterday. I did a JS question on Leetcode, and the tutorial was extremely helpful. So I'll continue that. Continue doing that. Okay. So here we have now minimum time. Now what this function is going to return? This function will have true for the extreme high value, but there's going to be a value after which every value is false. We want to find out this, right? Return the minimum. We want to find out the lowest minimum value. We want to find the lowest. We want to find the minimum value which gives answer as true. Okay. So our R would be what do we keep our upper limit? The number of deliveries can go to 10 raised to 9. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, we'll have to change every intent to long. Do you know React, bro? Yes, I have made a few projects, like not in depth, but I have made a few projects. Bro, honestly, wait. Do we need this? It's vector int. Yeah, it's going to be int values. Time and time limit. They might be long. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Makes sense. Now our upper limit LLR equals to, what do we keep our upper limit? Upper limit, bro. Do we just keep it LL max? What do we keep our upper limit? LL max? I think so. Hmm. Long max and okay, it's L long max. Okay, and int L would be, now our lower limit, not lower limit. Let's keep it LL. L. It would be number of deliveries that you have to do. Drone 0 plus drone 1. Okay, drone 0 plus drone 1. That's going to be a low limit, of course. And while L is less than R, int mid equals to L plus R minus L by 2. If mid is true, then what you do is you do R equals to mid minus 1, else L equals to mid. No, I think it was, that's how we do it, right? If mid is true, then we do, I learned this binary search template from article, Leetcode binary search, this, yeah, right equal to mid, else left equal to mid plus 1. Okay, we'll always keep the value and then we return left. Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's left less than mid, right? Yep, left less than right. Okay, bool condition equal to can complete with our drone break would be charge 0, drone 1, charge 1, right? This is there, and after that, what am I doing? Drone charge, current time and time limit. We start with 1, and the time limit is your mid. Time limit is mid. Now what you do is, if condition return L, let's see how much does this work. What happened? T limit. Okay. We already got a time limit exceeded. We got a time limit exceeded. So basically we're running a infinite loop. Current time, T limit. That's why it's going into a infinite loop, right? Our current time is never crossing T limit. That's what I assume. How is T limit? That is crazy. So current time is 1, time limit is 1, 2, it breaks, it breaks, it breaks. Current time is 1, time limit is 0. Where are we going wrong? So if current time, this all should return false, right? If current time is greater than T limit. Let's write a condition. T limit equal to 0, we return. Let's see, bro. We still go into a TLE. Why? Where exactly are we going TLE? Every time I'm increasing the current time, right? Current time, current time is increased. And if current time ever goes above time limit, we return. The current time starts from 1, right? It starts from 1. Where am I going wrong? Current time and time limit. So 2, 1, that's going to return false because 2 is greater than 1. 1, 0. There's a repetitive call of 1, 0. Why? Bro, what? Let's trace our flow. Mid equal to L plus R minus L by 2. Make this long. Old condition equal to can complete. D0, D1. It's D0, B1, D2, D1, B1, D2, B2. D1, B1, D2, B2 plus our current time plus time limit. Let's see what the values of mid are we getting. What? LL mid equal to L plus R minus. Bro, what is happening? Where am I going wrong? You gotta work on that readability of your code. Exactly, bro. I write very trash code. LCM and GCD is required in this problem. Bro, WSP हमारा DSC CP जर्नी अच्छा जा रहा है. Bro, what's up, Parth, bro? Thanks, bro. आज का POTD optimal से solve किया या brute force है? I haven't solved POTD yet. Garbage value somewhere. Exactly. You know what? Let me make this code readable. This can complete is telling us if we have these deliveries with these break times, and our current time is 1, and this is our time limit. If we can complete it within the time limit, okay, right? If we can complete it within the time limit, I have taken the upper value as long max. Upper value is long max, right? And left as drone 0 plus drone 1. Okay. Now if current time allows the delivery of B1, we deliver B, D1, and if it is true, we return true. We then check for B2. If it is true, we do, right? Now there can be a case where we can't deliver both, so we just increased current time. Where is it going wrong then? LLR equals to mid. Mid becomes your L plus R minus L by 2. Oh, wait. I get it. If D1 equal to 0 and then D2 equal to 0 and then return true. Hmm. If both of them become 0, we need to take an early exit. Yet I'm still getting a TLE. Output limit exceeded. What the hell am I doing? And current time is less than equal to T limit. Return true. Current time is greater than equal to garbage value somewhere. Yeah, makes sense, bro. Deadly signal. Stack overflow. You know what? Let me write this function again. Bool can deliver. That's going to take your deliveries, right? Int D1, int D2, and then it's going to take int B1, break 1, B2, and it's then going to take current time, and it's going to then take int long T limit, long current time. Okay. Now there are two conditions. If your D1 equal to 0 and then D2 equal to 0 and then T limit is less than T limit, current time is less than equal to time limit T limit, return true. Okay. Or else we can check if T limit is greater than or equal to, not T limit, current time is greater than or equal to T limit, return false. Right, these are the base conditions. Now check if we can deliver D1. If current time percentage B1 is not equal to 0, then bool deliver D1 equals to can deliver D1 minus 1, D2, B1, B2, and your current time plus 1, right, and T limit. Okay. If we can deliver D1, we return true. We take an early exit. Okay. Check the same for D2. Right. Can complete be done in big O of 1? Actually, I write beautiful code but shitty logic. It's the opposite for me. Can be done in big O of 1. How? Break detta, bro. I thought this was a binary search problem. We can do this in... Bro, okay. Let me see if I'm D1, D2 minus 1, right? Then there can be a case we can't deliver both, right? So we simply return mm, bool can't deliver, can't can't deliver both equals to can deliver, can deliver d1 d2 b1 b2, and your current time increases by 1 and t limit remains the same, return can't deliver both. Okay, so this is our logic. We'll have to change this here, drone 1, drone 1, and then we'll have charge 1, charge, no, charge 1, not charge 0, charge 1, and we start from 1, and t limit is your mid. That is what we're trying to find, right? That is what we're trying to find. Let's see, how long have you been doing USA? 3-4 months. Seriously, 3-4 months, 4-5 in fact. Can deliver, how can we do that? Can deliver function can be done in big of 1. Bro, can you explain how? Deadly signal, stack overflow. What does this error mean? Stack overflow. Oh, wait. And d1 is not equal to, we'll also have to check that we are not stupid. D1 is greater than 0, right? Stupid, I'm not checking this condition. And D2 is greater than 0. Of course, I'm stupid. Okay, at least we got somewhere. We're getting 6 for this, we're getting 8, and we are getting 4. So we're getting 1 plus answer. Should I just return L minus 1? That is broken logic. But it, where am I see outing? Here it is. I'll also have to memorize this. But why am I getting, the question is, are required to complete all deliveries. Why am I getting, I want to find this value, right? The minimum value for which our answer is true. But I'm getting this value. Why? Let's try to write a few test cases of our own, bro. 2 and 8, and let's write in 3 and 5. Rick Datta, how, bro? Can you explain? We are getting the right answer, but this would require memorization. Okay, that isn't anything tough. I don't get it. Why are we getting answer as +1? If let's say if you have a test case, somebody gave a very nice test case, I remember in that stream. I can't remember. Maybe I have it on my Xcali. No, I don't. No, I don't. Let's write, if we have 5 deliveries and 10 deliveries and we want to complete them by taking breaks at 3 and 9. So should I just memorize and submit? What if we have something like 33 and 99? It should then return 15, right? I think I should just memorize this then. Yep. I hope so. This is correct. Vector of int. It's a 3D. Okay, it's a 3D memoization. Hash. एक दो तीन. Hmm. And we would memorize it in the order of d1, d2, and current time. Hmm. We don't need time limit in our memoization, right? We don't need time limit in our memoization. Yeah, we don't. So d1, d2, and current time. So hash dot resize. The outermost would be drone1 plus 1. Okay. And then the inner would be a vector of int. Okay, that is our inner hash. Did you hear the blast? Guy who made Excali got some big ass brain. Exactly, Excali. And you know what? Like I have this might be a like long-term dream, but Excali is open source and I wish I could have like contributed to it, but I don't think so I can ever. Did you hear the blast? What blast? What blast are you talking about? Right. Our inner array would be of size. Okay, our inner array would be drone. What am I doing, bro? Drone 1 plus 1. Would we need a 4D DP for this? Because time limit will. Bro, I think we would require a 4-dimensional DP. Bro, that's crazy if we'll have to go for a 4D DP because time limit will also change, right? For every call that we will make. Or we can just, yeah, we can just clear it every time. When we call it, we can hash dot clear. We can do hash dot clear. Makes sense. Red Fort 1. I did hear about the blast, but not exactly hear it with my own ears. I stay very far from Red Fort. Mike, what? You guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Yep. Cruz, are you from Delhi too? Hmm. Bro, I don't even know if I'm going correct. This question is a very smart question. I think before even memorizing, let me just, so that I don't waste my time, let me just try submitting it. If we get a TLE, that at least will certify that our logic is correct and we can just focus on memorizing. If we get a wrong answer, then that means our logic is wrong. So let me just submit it and see if we get a TLE. Try this one, else you can check my last submission. Okay, bro, which resource you use for learning? Oops, bro, nothing. Runtime error. What is a deadly signal here? Stack Overflow. Runtime error. I think yeah. This this basically means we ran out of memory, right? Missing a wrong base case. No. So we're going somewhere wrong. Pool can deliver for this one. D1 minus 1, D2, B1, B2, current time plus 1, T limit. Hmm. Bro, this question makes me want to bang my head into a wall. Now, what's the issue here? 90 kilometer away from Delhi. As a typical Indian, I live an hour away from Delhi. Measuring distance by. Yeah, that's right. 90 kilometer away from Delhi. Are you like from UP or what? Why am I getting a stack overflow? Why am I not? We have two base conditions. If both of the values become 0 and our current time is less than time limit or equal to, we return false. Or else if current time is greater than or equal to time limit, we return false. Right? Why are we getting a stack overflow? That's a crazy input. Stack overflow. D1 is greater than 0, so we decrease that delivery, increase the current time. The time limit remains the same, D2 remains the same. So what is this question? T limit parameters. T limit is actually will range between long max and the sum of the deliveries. That is our T limit. That is what we want to find, right? Haryana Ladle lol. That is what we want to find, right? We want to find the minimum value of T limit. I think I should just take help at this point. It's not it's not worth it wasting another half an hour on this question to go nowhere. Let me just yeah. Hmm. See, it has binary search, but it also has maths in it. That's the thing. Use binary search on the total time t, of course. At hours divisible by both drones are recharging. Okay. For a fixed t, recharge counts are flow t by r1 and flow t by r2. Available hours. Okay, that's why you were saying that we use. Hmm. Okay, so this is wrong. There's no need to do can deliver. But I still want to know where exactly am I getting that stack overflow from? Let me ask ChatGPT. What exactly is causing stack overflow here? Do not own feed. Share your input also to GPT. Oh, okay. This call does not change D1 or D2, of course, because there can be a case we can't deliver anything. It only increments. Now look at what happens if d1 is greater than 0 and d2 is greater than 0, and it's impossible to deliver at the current time. So second base case does not trigger d1 and d2. First two branches might be skipped. Then you hit only current time increases. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So it is because of a large input. Hmm. It is because of the large input. There's no infinite recursion, but just that. Let's do the POTD, bro. Hmm. I'll again try this question with all these hints, probably in tomorrow's stream. Let's do the POTD at this point. Yes, absolutely, and it will overflow instantly. Enormous. Makes sense. Okay. Hmm. Add 1 to every element in the submatrix with the top left corner and the bottom right corner. Okay. So for this, let's say we were given the top right is this and the bottom right is this. So first we'll need to identify the length and breadth, right? The length here would be 1, the length would be 1, and the breadth would be 2. Then we'll start from the top left. Increase 1 for, yeah, I mean, okay. And we have multiple queries. No. You're also given a 2D integer array query for each query I. Oh, so we're given multiple queries. Oh, okay. Hmm. We're given Pranay Datta. You can check my solution if you like. Okay, let me check it. Bro, why are you solving JS questions? Because JS is very important, bro. Without JS, and JS, besides being important, it is extremely complex. Life not found. 1485, bro. Pranay Datta. Minimum time to complete all deliveries. 875 questions. That is crazy. Oh, Leetcode changed their UI. What is this function? GCD b equal to 0. Then you return a what? RAM time. Bro. When both recharge. See, I can't understand shit from this code. Hmm. So it's deliverable. Drone can't run. Recharges. Bro, are you sure you wrote this code? Drone 1 recharges. How many time? Drone 1 recharges. Time after drone. Bro, I can't understand this. I'll have to. Bro, you have a crazy consistency though. Nice, bro. Okay, so for this, what we can do is we want to return something, right? Or we want return the matrix after performing every query. Hmm. So first of all, make a matrix which we want to return. It's going to be a it's going to be a 2D matrix, vector vector int answer, right? And mat dot resize. The outer matrix would be of n, comma filled with 0, right? N means 0 to n, right? Hmm. Okay, this is the matrix we would have to return. Now we'll have to go through every query. For auto query of queries, for auto query of queries, int uh, top left I, top left I equals to top left का row, bottom left का row, top left row. We'll TLR means top left का row. Query of 0, top left का column, bottom right. Then we'll have a bottom right row and bottom left column. Right. Row 1, column 1. Makes sense. Now what we're going to do is int length equals to top left row minus bottom left row plus 1. Okay, if they're from the same row. Int breadth equals to top left, we minus row, right? No. Length would be found out by subtracting columns. Top left row minus bottom left row plus 1. And for length, for breadth, we subtract rows. Okay. For int I equals to top left row and IDR equal to 0, while ITR is less than length. ITR is less than length. Matrix. Now here, exactly, Leetcode has a JavaScript section and that is incredibly useful, bro. I'll be doing JavaScript after this. I was also struggling with deliveries problem. That's why I wrote those meaningful names. It might look like LLM wrote it, but it's not. Okay, that makes sense because it honestly looked like GPT code. Both bot are. What are you trying to say? I didn't get you. Hmm. For int. Now what we'll do is we'll start from here, right? And okay. For int I equals to top left row, I is less than we would want I minus top left row to be less than your length, right? We would want it to be less than length, because here the length would be 2, here the length would be 2, and the answer would be 1. Would be less than length, would be less than length I plus plus. Okay, for int, no, what am I doing? Here the breadth would be 2. For j equals to top left column, j minus top left column would be less than breadth, j minus. Have you done questions on difference array? What question? Difference array? I do not know exactly what you mean by that. J plus plus. Okay, I think my condition might be wrong here, but let me just try doing it. BLTL, BLR. What the hell, bro? This is a difference array problem. That's what he means. Oh, okay. Then that means I have not done it. I've not done anything like that. Okay, we're getting wrong answer. So it's not even increasing anything. What? Let's at least output the IJ we're getting. Maybe we're just not getting any output. Yeah, so I've okay, these limits that I've written are not correct. I minus. Makes sense. These limits that I wrote are not correct. See out length breadth. Let me at least see if our length breadth is correct at the very least. Okay, so our length breadth itself is wrong. How is our length breadth? What? So from 1 1 2 2, row 1 column 1, row 2 column 2, 0 0 1 1. 0011 1122 1122 1122. Right. How is our length and breadth itself is coming wrong? It's coming out to be 0. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, it's going to be. I'm stupid. The length would be bottom left column minus top left column plus 1, and similar it would be bottom left row minus top left row plus 1. Now this would be, yeah. Okay, yes, this is working correctly. Yeah, I inverted the values. It's pretty easy, makes sense. Bro, remove the C outs. I hope I do not get an error on this now. Runtime error. So we actually went out of bounds. Come on, bro. How are we going out of bounds? Did I initialize it the right way? Yes, it's going to be n cross n matrix. So then that means these conditions might be wrong. The difference of current row minus top left row should be less than length. That's what I'm doing. The difference between current column minus top left column should be less than breadth, right? And then I am just doing that. Where am I going wrong? Yeah, I'll be doing JS questions on Leetcode, but it's TLE. You're telling me my code will give TLE? How am I going? This error means that I'm going out of bounds, right? This means I'm going out of bounds, right? Past the end of a vector, yep. I'm going out of bounds. But how? I means your current row. I means current row. J means current column. Now my condition is current row minus top left row should be less than your length, not length, breadth. Okay, maybe I mixed it up. Okay, I think I mixed it up. Yes, I mixed it up. Leetcode has JS question. Bro, Leetcode has a lot of things that we guys have never seen. Yeah, it's done. I wrote very poor code. Inefficient code. There are R1, C1. I won't even bother looking at this. Hmm. And think about how would you solve. That is, how can you accumulate? Read about to solve it optimally. Can be considered hard because it's very tough to come up with this technique if not already aware. Nice one, man. I struggle with grids and all so much. Yeah, I mean, grids sometimes can be pretty hard if you can't like. There's that one question, spiral grid, that requires. Shouldn't it be TLE? I mean, if it is accepted, bro. What if I submit it again and I get a better result? It got 5.3%. What the hell? What if what if submitting it again makes it more efficient? No, that's the same. That's the same. Sometimes it happens. Check out my solution. Okay, let me check Rick Datta's solution. What was your Pranay Datta? We'll be doing JS questions now. Nice one, man. I struggle with it. Leetcode turned out to be sleeper build. Exactly, bro. Sometimes you should just explore Leetcode. It has. Do you know Leetcode Playground exists? I solved 75 problems till now. Any tips for me to be better? Solve 75 more? Just keep solving, bro. Start giving contests. Okay, this is your code. Do difference array technique. Okay, so you've done some difference array. If C2 plus 1, so you take out the limits R1, C1, R2, C2 for all the rows from R1 to R2, you increase 1. Okay, you're increasing 1. If C2 plus 1 is less than n. Nah, bro. I'll add this in my to-do that I need to do difference array techniques, but I can't understand. Pranay goat. Yep. Bro, you have a streak of 181. That is crazy. What is my streak if I look at mine? I have a streak of 179. Okay. Just 2 days less, but I don't think so you'll break your streak anytime soon. Alright. I'll have to do difference array. Someone remind me because now I'm going to do JS. I've posted solution. You can read there. Have you? Pranay Datta. Intuition, which is best for multiple range updates. If you want to do, use this technique. Add operation. In difference array, we do a desired operation to num's I and do the inverse operation, that is subtract, basically telling that add x to L comma R and subtract after that. Add 1 to the starting column of the submatrix, subtract 1 to every column after submatrix. Keep the prefix. Oh yeah. See, I think I know this technique, but I knew about it on 1D array. I knew about it on 1D array. It's something like, let me write it. Let's say if we had bro. It was like I knew about it. These are in indexes, okay. I didn't know it worked on 2D array too. I mean, it would work. Why would it not? So let's say if we wanted to do 2 comma 5 pay, add 1, 2 comma 5 pay plus 1 and 2 comma not 2 comma 8. Let's say 0 comma 3 pay plus 4. So the logic was I think we needed to take one extra or something like that. I might not recall it correctly. We had everything like that. No, what it was, I forgot. You do desired operation and subtract x after that. Okay, so you do -1 here. And then for 0, 3, you're gonna do +4, 4, 4, 4, 4, -4. Oh, okay. So, no. Am I going correct? Is this some prefix sum approach? Yeah, it's difference array sum approach. I read about it, but I did it on 1D array. Matrix is nothing but stack of 1D array. Yeah, makes sense. Do you watch Tokyo Spliff? What is that? What is Tokyo Spliff? Tokyo Spliff? Nope, I've never watched. Open GLC++ game. Nope, never heard about it. Difference array. Let me just read about this. An introduction to difference array. Codeforce's article are always 100 times better than Leetcode articles. Yeah, we have range updates. Let's create an array difference of size n+2. Okay, we do n+2, which is initially filled with zeros. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's calculate the given answer for these ranges. 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Bro, let me turn on the fan. It's a bit hot. Now, instead of iterating over each element, shit. Instead of iterating over each element of an array and adding values, we can simply add the update value to index L. Okay, so you have L comma R. Add the update to L and do that -2 R plus 1. Okay. Finally, we will run a loop from size 2 to n and add difference I minus 1. What the hell, bro? What the hell? He lives in woods and he's making a game all by himself. Actually, why does he need to live in a live in wood to make a game? GFG1 is also good. Okay, I might check that out after this. Noob coder room, same bro. When we added our update, okay, so he adds it to L and subtracts it from R plus 1 and he makes an array of n plus 2, right? Then what he does is difference I plus, okay, element I. Okay, so he then basically adds every number to its previous number and that number is pushed into his final I. Wait a minute. Elements I. What is elements here? Oh, that is the difference. Makes sense. Let me dry run this. Okay, that's a Leetcode account. I thought you were telling. Okay, let me check your Leetcode account. Priyansha Gowal, different array video, 10 minutes. Okay, I'll check that. Bro, I have 320 questions. That is crazy. You gave a contest in 2024. You took a break from contests from Jan to August. Nice, bro. Third year student. For a third year student, you are doing incredibly good. Good. Longest Fibonacci series. Hmm. Makes sense. Yeah, so I think I understand that difference of array now. Bro, I wasted a lot of time. I had to do JavaScript, but let's just quickly get over this difference array. Okay, so this is our array. What he does is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, n plus 2. We need not using the zeroth index, and we need one more element in the array. Why is he not using? GFG. Okay, let me check GFG then. GFG difference array. Okay, we take the initial array with the same size, then apply operation 1, 2, 3 plus 10. So on difference 1, okay, so what it did was we had to add 10 from index 1 to index 3. Okay, 1 and 3 are indexes. Okay, 1 and 3 are indexes. So what it did was on L value he did plus 10, and on R plus 1 he did minus 10. Makes sense? Then for 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, minus 5 on 2 we get a difference 2 plus equal to minus 5, and then you do R plus 1 equals to 5, which is greater than equal to n. So we skip that. Acha, if it is greater than equal to n, we skip that. Okay. Cumulative sum to convert markers into actual changes. Now difference 2, so 0 plus minus 5. What did this step mean? Cumulative prefix sum. Okay, so I get it. It's 0, 0 plus 10, minus 5, 10 plus minus 5, it's 5, 5 plus 0. Makes sense. Add differentiate for each index. Samita Modak, every day I miss your life, but today I caught you. See, I think that is also on me because I do not have a fixed time. I come live at any time. I'm trying to make a schedule. Bro, Satyam Singh, Shaitan. Let's look at his Leetcode account. I think I'll do a problem on difference array at this point. What am I doing? What am I doing? I didn't copy your username or what? Okay, I copied it wrong. It's this. Bro is a knight. 700, 650. Knight in just 10 contests. Look at his growth. Okay, so your first rating itself was 1700. Damn, bro. And you started from this year itself? What year are you in college? Oh, you're from Jadavpur University. Bro, that itself like tells a lot about you. This is a crazy profile. 1857. You're already a knight. When did you reach knight? Within, I guess, within 9 contests. That is crazy. I want to stream, but I don't have camera. My laptop cam is also broken. Oh, bro. You can try without camera. I mean, of course, camera is better. Bro, what is the criteria of knight? Top 5%. He's in 5%, right? Yeah, top 5%. Who's asking to check? Uh, Srinath. Okay, let's check your profile then. 1470. Nice, bro. Your 150 question. 64 medium. That's good. And you've been consistent. 46 days is a good time. Check one of your submissions. Yeah, you're writing clean code. Nice, bro. Just stay consistent. Who did you? Yeah, Shaunak, bro. Tell about your journey. How did you reach now night so easily? मास रिक्रूटर में प्लेसमेंट नहीं हुआ आपका? Yeah, I do have an offer from them, but also from one another company. OMA project related question कैसे होता है? I mean, explain your project. You should be aware about your projects in depth. Daily schedule learning except stream. After stream, I do development. That is it. I do lead code on stream. After stream, I don't touch lead code. But yeah, after stream, I do development because once I tried doing development on stream and it doesn't go good. I get a lot distracted. Hey, bro, give me some genuine advice. Noob coder who? Bro, I don't think so. I'm worth giving advice at this point. And the best thing you can do is stay consistent, which you already pretty much are. Probably increase your medium ratio. Focus on doing a bit more mediums so that even your rating gets up, right? Focus on medium and like probably you can try giving virtual contests. Elsewise, you're doing really good for a third year student. Let's do a difference array problem. Difference array lead code. This is not a difference array. Or you know what? Let me just start JavaScript then. Questions तो भाई 3000 है वही थोड़ी कर लूंगा सारे. Makes sense. Okay. We don't need GBD as of now. In fact, to the people who didn't know, look at this new feature that Leetcode just released. This quest feature. I think so. I'll start doing this. We have a quest for data structures and algorithms, and they have an entire like roadmap. You start with array, then array 2. Do we get coins? We get a chest. So this might be helpful in gaining coins. I can start doing this. Probably from tomorrow, not from today. Strategy summit, tree shaped, graph theory, recursion maze, sorting plateau, sequence valley. Hmm. We might just start this from tomorrow. Not today though. I completed Striver, solved CP31. Okay, so you do. I think Shaunak, do you do code forces? C++. Oh, I'm a beginner. I'm quite good at Python. Should I learn the concept from Striper and implement it by Python? Have you got a place, brother? I am yet to receive my offer letter, so I'll stay quiet until then. Hmm. Yeah, this is the JavaScript. Weekly ranking. Come on, bro. Counter. Let's just first once revise. See this question. It's a very simple question. We want to return a function that prints hello world, no matter what the arguments are. But if you look at the editorial, there are literally 4 to 5 different ways to do this. Right? You can. The syntax is basic syntax. Constant sum equal to a plus b. Return sum. Constant sum equal to. What's the difference between? Oh, this is an anonymous function. Hmm. You can also look at all the look at how complex JavaScript is, bro. They also taught us about closures. Function can be used before it's initialized. Is a concept of closure. When a function is created, it has access to. Wait, let me move myself to this side. Right. I completed Striver in 2025 March. Was really helpful for graphs and DP. Okay. And Shaunak, do you do code forces? Because I think you do. Closures. When a function is created, it has access to all the variables declared. It is also known as lexical environment. The combination of a function and its environment is called closure. Okay, so closure was nothing but just that create adder returns a function, right? It returns a function. And that function, when it is created, it has the context of a. A is a variable which is passed to create adder, right? But after create adder ends, our function still has the context to a. This is just closure. This is exactly what is closure is. Very stupid thing, but I guess it's useful. Hmm. And then a function. Yep. Okay, so let's do what the question for today is. Given an integer n, return a counter function. This counter function initially returns n and then returns one more than the previous value every subsequent time. It is called. Okay. So the first call should return n, and then every call should return n plus 1. Makes sense. Yes, I do CF. Can you share your CF profile, Ronak? I want to take a look at it, bro. Given an integer n, initially returns n and then returns one more than the previous value. So this function should return. And this is an easy task question, yet I can't think of logic from top of my head. This just shows how bad I am at JavaScript. So it's going to initially return, we get n. Hmm. So we'll have to take return, and will simply return the original variable every time we call it. What we wanted to return. That's crazy. How do we think about this? You should stream. Okay, that is Ronak's. You should stream CF also, bro. I don't think so. I'm ready for code forces, bro. Ronak is an expert. What the hell? Okay, that marks it. An expert on code forces. For him, Leetcode is nothing. He started in May 2024. Damn. And he is currently online. He has done 838 problems on Leetcode. Started in 2024. Okay, so you grinded in 2025, it looks like. Nice, bro. Congrats. I think you just reached expert, did you? 1620, okay. And then you dropped in. That is crazy, bro. Ronak might, Shaitan, no, Shonak. Shonak might as well be the next Googler. Hmm. If we do n plus 1, it's going to return. Yeah, you see, what we can do is return new n equals to n. Right, after that, we do what we can do is, bro, I'm so bad at JavaScript. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Yes, question when? Oh, you already started. Yeah, I'm doing JavaScript and I'm stuck at a easy question, bro. From tomorrow's stream, I'll read about JavaScript a bit before coming because this is embarrassing at this point. I've seen people do DS in JavaScript. Now I feel like that would have been really beneficial. So we want it to return n, then return n plus 1, n plus 1, then n plus 2. Right? So it should return. Hmm. What do we do it? Let ITR equal to -1. We do ITR plus equals to 1. That works in JavaScript, right? ITR equals to, let's go simple, ITR plus 1, return n plus ITR. This should work, right? Okay, this is working, but I think this is a very stupid solution that I did. Might as well be rejected. Okay, it works. How did people do this? And why am I so dumb? Closure, high order function, pre-increment versus post-increment. Okay, let's check out the editorial. The editorials have been absolutely useful in this. Closures. This question is intended as an introduction to closure. In JavaScript, functions have a reference to all variables declared in the same scope, as well as any outer scope. See, I've never done things like these. I straight up jumped into development. That's why I'm so bad at development. Functions have a reference to all variables declared in the same scope. The combination of function and its environment is known as closure. Okay, yeah, we can declare a function within a function and return them. Closure versus class. Create adder is very similar to a class constructor. Exactly. Besides difference in syntax, both code examples essentially serve the same purpose. They both allow you to pass in some state in a constructor and have methods that access that state. Okay, so this was a closure question. One key difference is that closure allows for true encapsulation. In the class example, there's nothing stopping you from writing add 2 plus 2 equal to 3 and breaking its expected behavior. Exactly. However, in closure, it's theoretically impossible to access a. Closures allow for true encapsulation. This sounds like something that would impress an interviewer. Note that as of 2022, true encapsulation is achievable in classes with prefix syntax. So, what is the answer? Let current count. Okay, I actually wrote it the correct way. Hmm, that's crazy. Do we do another question? I think we should. This was nothing. 30 days of JavaScript. Another difference is how the functions are stored in the memory. If you create many instances of class, each instance stores a single reference to the prototype object, whereas all the methods are stored. Whereas for closures, all the methods are generated and a copy of each is stored in memory each time the outer function is called. For this reason, classes can be more efficient. Okay. So I did exactly how it was intended. Return n plus 1. Okay, makes sense. This is post increment. This JavaScript provides a convenient syntax that returns a value and then increments it. Returns a value and then increments it. Now this will first increment it and then return. This basically is a function. Finally, I'm learning JavaScript. Okay, next question. Write a function. Expect that helps developer test their code. It should take in any value and return an object with the following two functions. To be val. What the hell is this asking now? Accepts another value and returns true. If the returns true if the two values are triple equal to each other. If they are not equal, it should throw an error not equal to not to be val, accepts another value and returns true if the two classes, if the two values they're equal. So it's telling us to return two functions. Return an object with the following. Wow, how embarrassing it would be for me to look up the syntax of creating an object. That's crazy. It's going to take in a value, val2, And if val2 triple equals to val, we see, I'm not even naming it, bro. What the hell? Variable to be equals to a value to equal to value, we return true, or else throw, it should throw a new error, throw error not equal. Again, I might be writing bullshit syntax, but let me just try to do something. Not to be, it's going to take in a val to val2 is not equal to val, so you return true, else you throw error. This is how we do it, right? Throw new error, throw new error equal unexpected identifier is not constant f. That is what I did. Is it because I did it? Does it need to be constant? Bro, I... Okay, objects has attributes. Objects has attributes. To be is basically a function. If val equal to val2, return true, right? What am I even doing with my life? Else throw new error. This is crazy how bad I am at JavaScript. Not equal. To not be is going to take in a value. If it is not equal to, return true, else equal. Please work. Would you please? Unexpected string, throw new error. Error is not defined. Okay, let's just look at the editorial and understand how to... Bro, no way the editorial is... What? The editorial was so useful. Why the hell have... No way, bro. That was so useful. Why have they... They have fucking logged it. Check if the... Otherwise... So we're returning a object, else throw new error, not equal, else throw... Isn't that what I did? Sir, may I please have an upload? Take my upload, bro. Is that not what I did? Else throw new error. I did that, right? Else throw new error, not equals to. Yet I got a wrong answer. Error is not defined. Oh, I'm stupid. At this point, bro, get rid of JavaScript. Return an object with two methods. Yep, we have an object which has two methods. Okay, the method itself should be like to be is a function. Bro, I'm fed up. Let's do this tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'll end the stream here. Okay. Yeah, it's already 5. Okay. This is the end for today. Thank you for all those who joined. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye bye.